Some dreams don't begin in laboratories or boardrooms. They begin with a whisper, what if? And sometimes that question simmers for centuries, like lava, beneath the surface of the earth, waiting for the right moment to erupt. In an age where humanity races toward the stars, debates AI ethics, codes quantum chips, and trains humanoid robots to walk among us, a very different kind of dream is taking shape. Not in Silicon Valley, not in Shanghai, but in a small Central American country that history often overlooks, Nicaragua. A dream that's as colossal as it is controversial. A vision to carve a canal through the heart of the nation, a canal so vast, so deep, it could tilt the axis of global trade, and possibly rewrite over 100 years of maritime dominance. This is the story of the Nicaragua Canal, a rival to the Panama Canal, and a dream, not fueled by fantasy, but by geopolitics, ambition, and one rising superpower building the future, one megaproject at a time. You're watching Future Structure, and what you're about to uncover could change the world. Before smartphones, before satellites, even before planes flew, there was already a global obsession linking the two oceans, Atlantic and Pacific, by a navigable waterway. Sure, the Panama Canal became that link, but it wasn't the first choice. In fact, for a long time, all eyes were on Nicaragua. Why? Look at the map. You'll see Lake Nicaragua, one of the largest freshwater lakes in the Americas, a natural shortcut cutting straight across the country. The original idea? Use the lake as part of the canal. Excavate less, spend less, and avoid mountainous terrain. It made perfect sense. Even the US Senate was almost convinced, until a postage stamp changed the course of history. Yes, a stamp. In 1902, a French engineer named Philippe Bunau-Varilla sent 500 Nicaraguan postage stamps to the US Senate. On them, a volcano, smoking, erupting. The message? Nicaragua is dangerous, prone to volcanic eruptions. It was clever, psychological. Just months earlier, Mount Pelée had erupted in the Caribbean, killing over 30,000 people. The US Senate panicked. They shifted the project to Panama by just a few votes. And just like that, Nicaragua's dream vanished. For more than a century, it watched Panama become a logistical titan, while Nicaragua remained a footnote, a land of lost potential. But the dream didn't die. It waited. Fast forward to November 2024, Nicaragua makes headlines again. The government announces an ambitious revival of the Nicaragua Canal project. But this isn't the first attempt. In 2013, a Chinese billionaire, Wang Jing, signed a deal to build it. The project stalled in 2018 after China's stock market crash. Wang lost billions.
Offices shut down, but now it's back. And this time, it's bigger, deeper, and backed by a different kind of momentum. The proposed canal will span 445 kilometers. That's over 5 times longer than Panama's 82-kilometer waterway. It would start at Bluefields on the Caribbean, slice through Lake Nicaragua, and exit at Puerto Corinto on the Pacific. The specs? Depth, 27 meters. Width, up to 514 meters. Compare that to the Panama Canal, 18.3 meters deep, 55 meters wide at its narrowest. That means Nicaragua's canal could carry the world's largest ships, ultra-large container vessels, massive oil tankers, ships that Panama simply can't handle. And there's more. Water. Panama is running low. Its canal locks depend on rainfall, but droughts have slashed capacity. Delays, restrictions, skyrocketing shipping costs. Nicaragua, with its vast lake system, may have the edge. And with the climate crisis intensifying, water security could be the next battleground in global logistics. But this isn't just an engineering marvel, it's also an economic lifeline. Construction would create up to 50,000 jobs, a quarter from China, the rest from Nicaragua and international partners. Experts say Nicaragua's GDP could grow by 9 to 10% annually once the canal is operational. Compare that to Vietnam or India, both hover around 6 to 7%. If the numbers hold up, Nicaragua could double its economy in under a decade. A stunning leap, from poverty to prosperity. But who's funding this? Enter China. Though the 2013 attempt failed, Beijing has never abandoned the vision. Why would it? A transcontinental canal gives China a strategic shortcut to the Gulf of Mexico and eastern U.S. Less reliance on the U.S.-controlled Panama Canal direct influence in America's geopolitical backyard. This isn't just about trade, it's about soft power. Just look at China's Belt and Road Initiative, from ports in Sri Lanka and Pakistan to railways in Africa. This is how Beijing expands influence, with loans, construction crews, and long-term control. The Nicaragua Canal? A perfect fit for the playbook. But don't think the U.S. isn't watching. This isn't just another project. It's a strategic puzzle piece. A Chinese-backed canal in Central America, right under the U.S.'s nose? That changes everything. The U.S. has long relied on its dominance over key trade routes. A second canal outside its sphere of control weakens that grip. No need for battleships or bases. Just pour concrete and shift global logistics. Suddenly, the rules of power are being rewritten, not with weapons, but with infrastructure. And it's not just China and the US in the game. Russia, Middle Eastern investors, all see opportunity in this geopolitical chessboard, because this isn't just about moving cargo, it's about moving history. So, can it actually happen? The challenges are massive: $64.5 billion in costs, environmental risks, global political tensions. But the stakes are even greater. If successful, this canal would redraw shipping maps, transform Nicaragua into a global logistics hub, give China a critical foothold in Latin America, disrupt Panama's century-old monopoly, all from a nation that once lost its dream over a postage stamp. In a world obsessed with tech, AI, and spaceflight, Nicaragua is doing something profoundly old school: digging and betting everything on geography and timing. Because sometimes, in the age of machines and megabytes, the boldest move is to carve your own path through stone and soil and invite the world to follow. This is Future Structure, where we decode the world's boldest projects. Like, share, subscribe, and tell us in the comments, will the Nicaragua Canal become a reality or remain a buried dream?